Hey everyone, welcome back to Twilight Princess 3 Heart Run. This is Eesgooshee.
This is Double Snap-a-Lot. And you should point your remote at the screen.
Yeah, the thing is, I take no chances when doing that, so I always aim the ball and chain downwards a little. Because I'm pretty sure if you aim it upwards, they'll snake through sometimes. But, oh yeah, here's the first part where you have to fight these guys on regularly instead of with a cannon or behind bars or whatnot. And basically if you can sneak up to them, that works. Like this.
But don't touch them.
Yeah, don't touch them. Don't let them breathe on you. Because they have horrible halitosis. If you can't sneak up on them, what you want to do is get close enough to them that they use their breath attack and then back away out of its range. And then, right before it stops, sort of go around it. And, because, you know, you don't like it? Go around! And then you hit them from there. You'll see that used in the Cave of Ordeals a lot. Not a lot, you'll see it happen a couple times, because there's only 4 of them. I'm saying a lot because I've seen it a lot, because I've done a lot of Cave of Ordeals runs. And,
Did you ever finish one of them?
yeah.
Alright, good job.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a Cave of Ordeals run in this, I don't want to call it a Let's Play, but in this series of videos that I'm doing right now. Yeah, I feel that what I do is not a true Let's Play. I don't know if I've ever talked about this. Because there are a few elements of a Let's Play. One of them is that you don't edit stuff out. And obviously I'm editing out all the deaths and stuff. That's because if I were to show them, since I always add, like, challenging, you know, stipulations to my runs and stuff, if I do show all the deaths, they're going to be 10 times as long. Except for maybe this one. This one wasn't that bad because it's fairly easy. But I mean, I'm eventually planning on doing a Half-Life 2 run without guns. I basically use the crowbar and grenades and rocket launcher and the gravity gun, and that's it. And the antlions. It's more or less the one free bullet achievement applied to all of the games. And I'm probably going to die a lot during that. So if I showed all that, it would be a lot longer. It would take, you know, it would be 100 hours long, or something like that. And another reason why I don't really feel that these are Let's Plays is because a lot of the times the commentary is not recorded at the same time as the gameplay.
Nope.
I did that for BioShock 2, but I'm not doing that for this. I'm not going to do it for the other ones. And that's a fundamental part of a Let's Play, is recording at the same time. Sometimes you can do stuff where it doesn't happen, like I've seen in Wind Waker Let's Plays when they're basically going around to every single item and doing, like, a 30-second thing. Did I say every single item?
Yeah.
When they're going to every single island and doing, like, a 30-second thing at each island, they'll basically edit through all of it and then post-commentate it. Which, that's fine. But for the most part, you record at the same time. You record the commentary and the gameplay. And I don't do that either. Because I didn't do this for this. I didn't record simultaneously for this because I think I mentioned why. Because if I failed an attempt, that would be another hour down the drain. Like an hour of commentary that I would have to redo. By the way, here's a whole room full of Chilfos. And it's terrifying if you don't know what to do. Basically, you need to get their attention 1 or 2 at a time, and it's not that bad. And since this is a very methodical room, also breaking the pews helps. Since it's pretty formulaic, I don't feel bad about talking over it. But yeah, I'm not gonna record simultaneously for that Half-Life thing that I just mentioned. Because if I'm planning on failing as much as I am, because it's going to be really tricky, that means that That's also a bunch of commentary that I'll have to redo. It's just, the chunks won't be as big, but I'll have to redo them 5-6 times if I'm lucky. So that's why I don't think I don't call these Let's Plays, and I don't really call them walkthroughs either. Because for this I'm obviously not showing every single facet of the game.
You should name it.
I should name it?
Yeah.
What should I name it? I think I just call it like runs or something. Well, then it sounds like, oh, I have the runs, which is bad.
Challenge run.
Challenge, that works. Self-imposed challenge. Some people call it a mind mod, because you're basically modding the game, except the only thing modding it is your own creativity. By the way, why do they have a chapel in their house? And oddly enough, this chapel contains no sign of Din, Furore, or Nehru. But then I guess that's fine. You know, people are allowed to have different religions in real life, so maybe the Yetis follow some other religion. They follow some other deity or deities. Or maybe they are a, maybe their religion doesn't have a deity.
They follow the Coke deity.
That was horrible.
Your pronunciation is horrible.
Oh, I guess it's deity or deity.
Yeah.
Shut up! Jerk.
I'm a jerk. And I'm not gonna hide that.
Yeah, it isn't deity. That is horrible pronunciation. Deity or deity.
A very nice lock. Oh, broken heart.
Yeah. That's almost symbolic, except it's not really, at all. It's anti-symbolic.
There's probably a page on TV Tropes for that.
For what?
When something seems like it should be a symbol, but it's actually the opposite of what's going on.
Huh, maybe.
There's everything in TV Tropes.
So here's my question. Why do they have a chapel in their house, but they don't have a single bathroom?
Because they live alone in the middle of nowhere, and would you use a bathroom if you did that? Or would you just go in the snow?
Yeah, but all the snow looked pretty white to me.
It's fresh.
Plus I'd want a toilet to take a crap. Yeah, you have no answer for that.
I'll come up with one.
It's gonna
be so plausible.
In fact, that's why I didn't eat any of the soup in this run. I'll just let you think about that.
Ah!
Also, that is terrifying. Oh man, the music for this boss fight is so good. I think part of the reason I enjoy it so much is because this is the only boss where it never gets interrupted by the triumphant you can hit him critical point theme. Because there aren't any critical points, you just hit her with a ball and chain over and over again.
Don't get
You know what I
crushed.
just realized?
It's one of those Russian dolls.
No. When
What?
they made this game, they put the ball and chain item specifically in the one dungeon that deals with marriage.
Ha ha!
Here's the first phase, you just hit her with the ball and chain over and over. Try not to get hit by those,
Like that?
the mini freezers that she summons. Thankfully they don't freeze you. They just hurt you.
You win!
Oh, here's where the music gets really good. This is one of those Zelda bosses that uses the reflection really well. Actually, I can only think of one other one at the end of Wind Waker. And basically what we want to do here is keep track of how many of the spikes fall. Because that'll help a lot. Because if you know that there are 10, you just count out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you know when exactly to turn around and break one of them. By the way, that's the only heart that's ever dropped for me in this dungeon. And because I ended up getting it, I got confused as to which way the opening was. But I still managed to hit her with the ball and chain, so I guess it works out. And it also works out because she hit me for exactly one heart. So when I was talking about how I was originally planning on using recovery items from bottles, but I decided not to, this is the dungeon where I decided that. Because I figured it was just too cheap to eat the soup over and over again. And since I hadn't used any recovery items so far, I figured why not make that a rule that applies to the entire game.
Implies? No, I should stop doing that to you, because I do it all the time.
No, I don't mind, because if you don't do it to me, I'll do it to me when I add the little captions.
Alright.
Yeah, I decided that is something that should apply to the entire game.
You kill the Yeti's wife.
That would be horrible. I mean, obviously she's not dead.
Also, you should be more careful with that thing, because it just kind of possessed and made someone flip out.
I think that's why Midna sends it away to her Twilight bag of holding.
Good. Because I really would not want Midna to, like, flip out.
You don't want this to turn into Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
They actually imply that... This time it is imply. They actually imply that that's what happens with the fused shadows, too, in the first half of the game. If you don't use them correctly.
He is gonna be pissed. Get out of there.
He just ran me over.
Run. Jump through the portal.
Oh, but she's alright. Aw, this line is so sweet.
Those are huge eyes.
Aww. That's also a place where hearts drop. But since I've beaten the dungeon, it doesn't matter as much. Oh, and one of them is even the heart container. Which I'm not going to pick up. I'm going to do my best to pick up some regular ones, but not the heart container. Well, that's it for this episode. Yeah. I got away with assault and battery.